thought, two teams that are probably identical in the way that they play and approach the game, and just really athletic on both sides. And those set scores represent it, right? The margins get slimmer and slimmer as you move forward, and I thought that second performance by us to kind of our program, historic moment for me, and I'm personally, I'm proud to say that I got here. Hair wasn't quite as great when I got here, but it's nice to get a return on investment. If your hair's going to go great, may as well win some games. So that's been nice, and so there's some sense of satisfaction for me to get a program that has had some success historically, but to get it back into the round of 16 is pretty sweet for me. And so I might sleep tonight, but I doubt it.
Maggie, that you just talked about, it seemed like early in the match, first couple of sets, you guys played from behind. So what do you feel like you were able to do to kind of change some of that as the match went on?
Yeah, I think just playing like we're not playing from behind. I think we just went in there. I don't know if we're really looking at the score a lot. I think we just focused on what we're doing on our side, and yeah, we just played our game, and we continue to do that through the fourth set.
And Zoe, I was going to ask you, is playing a team that probably plays very, very similar to you, how did you guys approach this match?
Like any other match, I think we got prepared in film, obviously, and then they came out, they played a great game, and I think we just take it one point at a time.
Do you feel like you did something better? What stood out for you as far as what you guys were able to do?
Work together. I think obviously, like, times are hard. When you get down like that, it's easy to get down, but we stayed together throughout the whole thing, and I think that was really the turning point, us staying together.
Yeah, last one. I know that just kind of all year it seems like y'all played with this big chip on your shoulders, and this is a milestone for the program, first time since 1998. But I guess, are y'all still hungry for more?
Heck yeah, we want to keep playing volleyball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know it was a huge goal for y'all. So how does it feel? I know on your home court with that type of crowd to do that.
It feels awesome, the community supports us so much, and to see everybody here today and being able to host and win in front of this crowd is amazing. It's a good feeling.
Get to play more volleyball.
Maggie, you've had a lot of success with cross-court shots, especially in the second set. Was that just the shot TCU was giving you, or was that a game plan? How did that come about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very fortunate to have some great outsides and middles. So I think, they kind of get worried about them, which causes seams in the block. So being able to see that Hannah puts up a good ball. So just Hannah putting up that ball, or my other hitters pulling some blocks, it opens that up for me. So yeah.
Thank you, Zoe. Thanks for the time. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
Stick around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good luck.
Thank you. It's always a joy. It's always a joy.
Jason, I think we've talked all year off and on when you and I have talked about getting to the second weekend is something that has been foremost kind of in their mind. Talk about what it's like to do that here and to accomplish that goal.
I think the genesis of all of that, if you will, is probably a year ago. We were in Oregon and played probably two pretty competitive sets, and then kind of fell apart there in the fourth. And at that point, Hunter was there with us, and Kevin Trainer, our sport administrator, and that was when the talk came, like, hey, it's just probably easier to get to the second weekend if you host, right? And so that caused the chain ripple of, hey, we got to schedule, we got to do some things to be able to put ourselves in that position. And we were fortunate enough to be able to schedule well enough. Certainly that Wisconsin series was key in that start. And so it's nice that a plan comes together, with this fruition. We were able to host. But at the start of the season, hosting just seemed like it was such a long way away. And not only that, would people come if we even hosted, And I think we've checked a lot of boxes, we're good enough to get there. And people will come watch us, and that's really special, Paul. I think that's really special that they may not all be volleyball fans, but I think they're becoming volleyball fans and they're becoming knowledgeable volleyball fans. But we just, how can you not love this team? That's the thing. How can you not love this team, the way they just do their thing? It's phenomenal.
Coach, in the very first set, of course, down a few points, call time up, Phil right back up on top. What was said during the timeout?
Yeah. The same thing that's said every time out. Nothing. There's no magic to this. I think that most of the timeouts that get called are just to resettle. Maybe there's one or two things. I think our timeouts look dramatically different than most people's timeouts. We are not overloading them with information, because part of it is that we trust them, and we trust that they know what they're doing. And like what we remind them more than not is just, hey, just go do your job. Because if you do your job, it's enough, And I thought the beginning of set one, they came out and they were unbelievably good, and we were trying to match that energy, and that's not us, we just played pretty steady, and so it took us a little while to catch up, and in set one, and then set two, right, we played from behind most of the set two, and I think one of the things about our team that I really love is, one, they love playing volleyball, and they all can play volleyball. The number of points that we scored with a non-setter setting and throwing up a good ball, it was just phenomenal. I mean, Courtney Jackson's ability to set an out-of-system ball and keep it in system is elite. And so what should be a roll shot or a free ball or something is a ball that may score a point, or it may just keep the advantage for the thing. I mean, it's an elite skill that Courtney Jackson has. And, Maggie threw up a ball from off the court to Taylor for a kill, in that full set. And they're just good volleyball players. And so I like watching them because they're good volleyball players.
On Zoom, Jacob. Jacob, you there?
Hey, Coach. One of the big things I think for tonight is Zoe Evans, a bit of an unsung hero. What did you think of her play?
Yeah, I mean, Zoe Evans, it's not, the impact of her play tonight was not reflected in the box score. I think the number of touches that she got, defending the opponent's speed, that's always been sort of, speed and Zoe, that's a challenge, but she was really good tonight, and she touched a number of things, and there were good touches that led to points, and she got us out of rotation 6 once or twice too, offensively, which was nice because we were struggling in that row. But I thought she was particularly good defensively, even though her block count probably isn't high, but she touched a ton of things. And so, to our earlier point, I mean, she did her job, right? That's her job, and she embraces it, and she did it really well tonight. I'm so happy for her. And, she gets to come to a press conference, so that's cool too,
Yeah, absolutely. And off of that, you touched a little bit there about the speed, and last night you were talking about how, you're a little concerned because TCU is a fast-paced team. How do you think your team held up when it came to the speed? Obviously, you got the win, but what do you think of the speed aspect from your team?
Yeah, I thought we matched it with some cleanliness. And I thought we were winning the serve battle early, and then I think it got away from us late. 23 got away from us a little bit. She was hitting that serve that kind of tailed a little bit. Hadn't seen that before. But I thought we got some disciplined touches on it. What I also thought is, if they made bad decision, we got some blocks out of it too, so that was nice. Maggie got that really nice block at the end of the fourth that kind of kept some separation. But yeah, we did a nice job touching some things, and I thought at times our serving was probably the best thing that kept them from dialing that speed in. I mean, those 23s, and I keep saying elite, but 23 pair, that's an elite outside hitter there. I mean, she's phenomenal, and their right side did a nice job too. But yeah, we're not going to play TCU ever again. They're freaking good.
Talking
Thanks,
about
Coach.
unsung heroes, just Sanaya felt like she came up with a lot of crucial time
Mhm.
points. Just what have you felt like, not only this game, but this season, that addition of her has done for your team?
Yeah, I think we've written some kind of offensive ebbs and flows with her, which aren't of her creation. Part of it is the quality of the first ball contact. But we set her 22 times tonight, in full, and that's what we need to do. And while it probably wasn't as efficient as she would like, it was an impactful 22 times that created some seams for some things. And so I think we feel pretty fortunate that she transferred here. I hope she feels good about it too, tonight. But I think there's more that we can get out of her, and we probably will need that moving forward. And so we'll get in the gym, and even in December, I get a little bit better at some stuff. And but I don't remember her not being here. Does that make sense? Like, that's a weird thing to say, I know, but I just feel like she's been here all the time, and just because she fits in so well, and she's pretty impactful on our team culturally. She's just wonderful, and she just goes about her job, and I can't give anyone a bigger compliment than they just go about their job, and that's what she does every day, so.
Yeah, Nebraska fans support every sport, right? I remember at Manhattan, Kansas one time. Have you run into that before?
Well, I coached at K-State, and I coached at K-State during 9/11, and the NCAA decided that they weren't going to let Nebraska host, so they came to Manhattan. All of them, like the entire city, from Lincoln came to Manhattan. So yeah, I'm a little familiar with what's going on. Yeah. But I think here's the thing: we're advancing to go play at probably the best volleyball environment in the country, and that's a cool experience. I think that in and of itself is a cool experience, and I don't know what's going to happen, but all I know is we're going to be there, and we're going to go play in a really cool environment. And maybe they'll root for the underdog. I don't know. Maybe they will, but we can't control any of that. But I'm excited to go see what it's all about up there.
Happy to get another crack at Kentucky.
Yeah, that was there's the. What is that? The elephant in the room, something? Yeah. We'll get after it, but they're good, but it's around the 16. I mean, everybody's good. It should be that way. But we're excited. We're excited about that. Kentucky's the only team in the SEC that this senior class has not beaten, it's a big task, right? They're a phenomenal team, playing real well. They handled Baylor pretty easily at home. So we'll see, and Skinny used to coach at Nebraska. So we're going to get no favors there, I'm sure, but it's fun, right? It's fun.
Coach, thanks for the time.
I appreciate it. Thank you for all of your efforts over the course of the season, promoting our sport. This fan base doesn't come if they don't know about us, right? And you guys are spreading the word about volleyball, and that's a really cool thing. And because I think it's a really cool sport.